And so this was a normal Friday for us, and all of the timing and the rhythms of it is exactly like we're going to do during the season. So we take a lot of pride in doing that well because we're trying to do a great job of understanding the rhythms of the preparation. So today we got knocked out for Fridays, and tomorrow will be a normal Saturday, going to the hotel and all that. So it's good for us.
From game 1 to game 2, what kind of progress are you looking to see?
I would like to see us play really hard again. And I was really fired up about the efforts, and with the lack of loafs that we look for to count and add up and all that. The effort from the first guys that played to the last guys that played was really consistent, and as we tackled a lot better as the game went on, I hope that we can start tackling well in the game.
How much has the change from 4 preseason games to 3 forced you to change the way you structure each game and the way you go about it?
Not much. We've adapted a little bit for the 3-game rhythm, but to have the extra week at the end is great. It's great. To have the roster all in order all the way through the games is a great change, and I hope they never find a way to go back because it's so much better for the players and the numbers that you have available to play in the game. So the whole thing is better than it was, I think.
You like playing a team in the preseason you play in the regular season?
I don't care. We play these guys so late. If you were playing somebody in the second week or something like that, it might feel different, but I don't care.
What have you thought of the play of Jacob Sykes so far coming in?
Jacob's done a nice job. He's been he's a really smart kid that does stuff right a lot. He's got a good motor, plays with good effort, and chases the ball really well and all that. So he's getting all of it out of himself. He's done a nice job. He's going to play a lot in the next couple of weeks.
How's Jordan done the last couple of days?
It's worked out really well, and it's so good to see him out there getting in the huddle, making the calls and all that, as opposed to standing on the sidelines. Kenny Walker too. Kenny got into practice today. He was going, which was great. It just brings these guys back into the fold, and they all want to be out there. They all want to learn and get their stuff right. So it's a good step in the process.
Is Jordan going to be able to ease back into practice next week, or are you a little
I don't
bit
know that. I check with the docs. I don't know that.
Any idea any of the starters play a little bit more this week at all?
The starters?
Or the regular guy? A guy like Geno Smith.
The regular guys? Yeah, I don't have a clue on that one.
I didn't know.
I think he's got a groin thing that's bothering him. No, because he practiced with it, but we just felt like if he goes again, it's going to be something that aggravates, on a regular, maybe ongoing. So we pulled him out. It's not bad at all. What do I say? Gosh, I don't know what to tell you about that. Let me check with the docs on that one. Nick's going to be out for a couple days.
Is Matt Landers okay? Or?
He had a little quad thing that bothered him at the very end of practice yesterday. We MRI'd it. I haven't heard the results of the MRI, and they didn't let him go today, so we'll see. He had a terrific day yesterday. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish it.
How's Joey Blunt doing? Is he getting close to getting back for you at this point, or?
Joey's jogging right now. I think I would bet next week he comes back, and by the end of next week he should be back out there.
In some ways, he was.
I'm not really the doctor in this deal. I'm not calling the shots, but that's what I think will happen.
Was this camp almost too intense at times, the way the injuries started piling up in practice? And you usually get the hamstrings when you're right.
No, not at all. No.
You like the intensity of it? Was it any more than any other year?
I think we stepped it up. Yeah, it was a call to return to the standard that we want to practice and perform by, and. So I think we've done a more thorough job of making the point of how we want to go and how we want to prepare ourselves so that carries over to the games. And I think this is better than we've been in the last 3-4 years.
Was that a call through the team leaders, or had you yourself?
Yes. Yeah.
You were talking the other day about
I was just kind of thinking out loud there for a moment.
with Riq and the need to really be locked in every single play. Is there a danger with cornerbacks in particular that position, just with the nature that you may not see a ball thrown your way? Is that a danger at that position more than others?
I don't think it's a danger. I think it's a skill. I think it's a skill that they try to acquire, in a focus and a discipline. It's that way. I don't know that it's a danger, but the best guys can find their way right back to that very next play because you don't know. You don't know when it's going to happen when they're going after you. So It's a skill we're developing, and it's a consistency, and it's the language within to himself that he talks to get him prepared one play to the next, and just washing out what just happened. You always know, we all talk about that, mentality, can he get over the bad play or whatever. That's part of it, but that's just part of it. To play really well and consistently, you got to get back for the very next second, the very next chance you got. And so that's what we're trying to develop.
Who's the best quarterback he's coached like that?
Carroll. So you got to go all the way back to the Vikes. Ask me a little bit more so I can talk about Carroll.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Carroll was a guy that I think he played at West Virginia. He was a safety. Was really fast. Didn't have great hands or great ball skills, that kind of stuff. They're okay. But when we moved him to corner, at the time he was a 4.3 guy. Back in the day, he was really, really fast, and he had good length to him, and all the right makeup to be a good corner. But what he did better than anybody I've ever coached is he bought in so much to the technique of it and the skill of it that all he wanted to do is get lined up on the guy he was covering and cover that guy. He didn't care what the situation was in the game. He didn't care what the score was, what kind of field, what situation, nothing. He just wanted that one-on-one, and he was terrific at it. I think he went to the Pro Bowl in the second or third year and had a really good run at the second half of his career. But he focused better to the point where he didn't even want to watch film. I just want to cover this guy. I don't want to have all those other thoughts in my brain. So he came to me and said, "Is it okay for me to, to not want to watch film?" And I said, I was wondering if you want to get out of the meetings, but that wasn't the case. He just wanted to stay focused solely on what was right in front of him, and that, to me, it made him a great player in those days. He was better than anybody ever had doing that. Thanks for asking.
With Riq, were there times last season where you felt like he wasn't able to immediately put a bad play behind him?
I don't know about I don't think it was bad plays. I think it could have been anything. I mean, he was very raw, and he was trying to react to it and figure it out and find his way. It could have been stuff that happened to somebody else even that could have distracted him. So he played extremely well under the circumstances, and he as the season wore on, he grew more into it, and he acquired a sense and a taste for what it takes to really to find your way back to the focus that you need. So he's doing well right now. He's on it right now. He's really grown fast. He's had a great camp in the few days he's been out here.
You've had him in camp for a few weeks. What's Julian Love shown you?
Man, he's an all-around player now. He can do everything. Remember, we said that he played over 1,000 plays last year, played over 200 snaps in special teams. That kind of staying power and focus, attention to the details of all of the stuff that you do, it was a great sign for he's a very unique player, very unique and special player. He's just got great awareness, great discipline about him, really good habits, a really good mover. He's a guy that you quickly learn to trust. You can believe in him, count on him, and so he's doing a great job so far. I'm really fired up about him.
What have you thought of Jarrett Reed's camp so far for you guys?
He's doing okay. He has a ton of stuff to learn. He's playing nickel and playing safety and all that. There's a ton of stuff for him, but he's been flashy, and he runs fast, and he's been an aggressive kid. So he's done some good things. He's racing against that learning curve, trying to see if he can catch up with it, and he's doing okay. He'll play a lot too.
Early in camp, you were fairly pleased with what you were seeing from Mario Edwards kind of before you guys got into pads. After you guys started getting into pads, has that sort of continued?
Yeah, he's been really consistent. He's a real intensity dude. He really plays hard and tough, physical, and throws his body around. The mentality really fits. I love what he's brought to us, and he's doing a nice job playing a couple different spots, moving around some, and we're really still zeroing in on how to play him in our passing down situations, but he's going to be part of it.
Is there something that he brings that's a little different than Draymond or Jaren or the other guys that you have floating around those?
Yeah, those three guys are all uniquely themselves. They're all different, and he's a hard head now. Everything's physical first. Attack the guy that he's playing on, and then see what the ball is. He's just a very aggressive nature about him. That guy, I love the way he plays, and because he's different a little bit than some of the other guys in the way they play. So we like that.
The starter at the left corner, just want to have some.
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be a nice thing. We got to get Spoon back into action. We got to get him back out, see where he fits into it all. when he's out here, he fits in. So we just got to get him back on the practice field and see where he is.
Do you have any clearer timeline of what he's looking like right now?
I don't. I know he's running some, and it would look like middle of next week or something like that would be a time when he might be able to do a lot more. But if he gets through the weekend, comes back out of it, and can get back to work, and probably Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, we might know a lot more.
Is Brian Kovac okay? Or?
Yeah, he sprained his knee. He had a slight sprain. He's getting around okay. He feels okay about it. No, it isn't serious, but it did swell up enough where we just had to hold him back. That's too bad, too, because he really did well in the first game and had a terrific first couple of weeks.
Woolen, you mentioned the other day he's still kind of raw. When you say guys usually jump from first and second year, could he have an unbelievably quantum leap and more than
Yes, and that's why I'm staying on his butt about it. Because, yeah, he could. Because there's so many things about his game that he can clean up that aren't difficult to fix, and he's really working at it. He's got them kind of categorized. He's working at his stuff, and I don't want to share with what it is, but he's aware of it, and he wants to really clean up his game, and it's within his reach for sure.
Have you ever had a player who was a Pro Bowl level at that rate, was so raw and so much room to grow? I mean, his floor is a lot higher than most people's floors, right?
Yeah, I thought Ty Law was a great player in New England. He had great awareness and great sense. He was a lot like Sherm. I've never coached anybody that has as many skills as he has. He's got everything you could want, and he doesn't have to know everything to play well. When he was playing last year, learning how to do it and all, he had a terrific season for his first time out. And so we just think about if we can clean up this and clean up that, he's just going to be so much more difficult to deal with. And he's totally on board. We're all in it together to get that worked out.
You talked about how much the mental aspect of the game was, he was able to sharpen that while he was rehabbing. Are you clearly seeing that now?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's already made a jump. He's already jumped, and he wasn't just out here hanging around. He was paying attention. He had a plan. He was working at it, trying to get his mind right and get things prioritized properly. And so he came out here and he looked good from the first moment he was out. And he's doing great stuff.
I have an off-the-wall one. Isaiah Stanback's on the Dallas broadcast team now. I know he was here briefly, and I think you tried to recruit him to USC. I was just curious what you remembered about him, if you remember.
He's a terrific competitor and a really talented kid. Yeah, we would like to have him on our team. We tried a couple ways. He's still making progress. He hasn't made a jump yet, that we go, okay, he's looking like he's on his way back right now. Hasn't made that jump yet, but he's worked hard at it, and he's, it's not out of the realm of possibility that in the next month or so, he'll make it back out. And we're hoping, it really could be anywhere in there. The next 3 weeks, 2 weeks, maybe he can make a jump, but he's still, he's not right yet. He's not ready yet. He's doing stuff. He's moving around. Yeah, he's moving around. He's pushing sleds. He's doing a lot of stuff, but hasn't quite made it over the hump yet.
Was it good to see Jonathan Sutherland be able to be out here after the last play of practice yesterday?
Nah, he was. Yeah, he's fine. Who? I don't know about that yet. Let's wait and see. We're going to take every day now to make sure that he's okay. We held him out of action today. We got to get him back going again. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet. If he's capable, he won't play. We need him out there.
Anything else? Thank you.
Okay. See you.